Carlos, how confident are you in your ball club here coming home for 3 right now?
Really got a lot of confidence on our guys, especially after what we went through the past couple of months, what we went through the whole year, go back to the first week of the season. So just to be able to be back here playing in front of our fan base, it's going to be electric, it's going to be loud. We can't wait. They deserve this, and we're really excited to be here in this situation and playing against a really good ball club. So it should be fun.
Go to Mike, first row on the left side.
Carlos, what factors did you look at when you decided to put J.D. Martinez in there as the DH?
Yeah, so, when we knew we were playing the Dodgers, looking at their rotation, looking at some of the guys with splits and things like that, Buehler was one of those guys that kind of fairly neutral, even though lefties hit him pretty well too, but the righties have done some damage. And J.D. is a really good hitter, He's a big reason why we're here where we're at now. So we're going to need him. And I just thought that today was a good matchup for him.
Go to Zach on the right side here.
Was there any consideration to starting McNeil at second, and what made you kind of stick with Iglesias?
Yeah, same. There's always consideration. I'm looking at everything, and I got 12 guys, 13 guys on the roster, right? That could easily be in the lineup. So I'm looking at previous matchups. I'm looking at projections. I'm looking at, pitch types and where we at. So Jeffy's going to play a big role, but I just like Iglesias in there today, and then go from there.
Go to Dave in the third row on the right side.
Carlos, the playoffs are a time for aggressive bullpen use, obviously, but you've actually had a rotation that's been managed to typically pitch pretty deep into games. I mean, how much can that be an advantage for you guys, going forward, and can it continue even in these high stakes?
Yeah, you could make a case that one of the big reasons we're here is because of our starting pitching and their ability to go deep in games and allowing us to, giving us an opportunity to win baseball games and then just be more flexible and give guys from the bullpen a breather. We want to continue to need them. We feel good with Savvy going today. But they also got a really good starter. So, and they got another one tomorrow. We got another one, a good one tomorrow too. So it'll be interesting. It'll be fun. But yeah, like I said, with baseball, it comes down to starting pitching. That's where it starts. Starts on the mound, and pretty confident that Savvy is going to give us a chance today.
Just the other day, I know Sean said that he ran into the wall pretty fast with those 2 walks the other day. Like, how much alert? When do you start being on alert for like a starting pitcher? It has to be very more in tune in that. There's not much wiggle room.
Yeah, and also we need to understand that where we at in the season and where they at physically. They're in territory right now where nobody expected it. They took the baseball the whole year. Sean, Savvy, Q, and those are some of the things that we will consider. When we're watching them. It's middle of October. And yeah, Sean hit the wall right away. He was looking pretty good, and then 2 walks right away, and the way he was missing. So we'll talk about those in the dugout, and we'll make the decisions. But they're a big part of what we're doing here.
Let's go to Andy, front row on the far left.
Did the cold temperatures have to give you any extra consideration about Nimmo being able to play left? Maybe.
No, not really. No. Look, he's going to feel it. He's going to play through it. He's doing everything he can in the training room, in the weight room, to put himself in a position where he's a player for us. And that's why I'm comfortable with him in the lineup. And the one thing with these guys, they're going to be honest with me. And if there's any type of hesitation, I was like, hey, man, they're going to let me know. So that wasn't the case. And that's why he's in the lineup today playing left field.
Let's go to Tim on the right side.
Following up on Walker Buehler and his being fairly neutral platoon-wise, in about a half season worth of starts, lefties have, I think, an 890 OPS, righties about 60 points less. I know that's not a super sophisticated way to look at it, especially in that sample size. What do you guys look at when deciding platoon stuff along those lines?
We look at a lot of things, We're not looking just at OPS. We're looking at pitch movement, pitch uses, swing path from our guys, how they're attacking some of the righties, how they're attacking some of the lefties. So there's a lot that we look into it. And I feel like today it was a good matchup for JD.
And following up on Andy's NIMO weather question, more generally, how does the climate, how does the lower temps factor into the games?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's fun. You're playing. Opening day is freezing here, and we get to the summer days, the hot days, and here we are again now in the lower 50s. That's a good feeling. That means you're doing something right. So you love it, and you got to go out there and got to play baseball. So got to find a way to get the job done.
Go to Will, second row, all the way on the left.
Hey, Carlos. Given how good Quintana has been during this run, was there much of a conversation for him for this start as opposed to Severino, or was it Severino all the way here?
Yeah, I mean, look, when we were going through how we're going to map out and who's pitching game 1, 2, 3, and 4, there was a lot. I think it comes down to where they are physically. Those 3 guys, they are on territory right now. They haven't been. Q came from an injury last year. He didn't pitch that many innings. Quintana, Sevi. So I think just giving them those extra days of rest was the key for us. So, yeah, that's how we decided to go with Sevi today.
Go to Mike in the third row on the left.
Carlos, just one more on Nimmo. I assume I want to ask if did the off day help him? I mean, is this the kind of thing where the rest helps and treatment can help? And the 3 games in a row, I mean, is there any particular concern on him being able to play 3 in a row at this stage?
Yeah, the off day definitely helps a little bit. That's something that's not going to get better overnight. He continues to get treatment. He continues to, do everything he can. And then the 3 in a row, I think is a day-to-day type deal. I will check with him after every game. And like I said, he's going to be honest with me. And if he feels like he cannot go, he's going to let me know. And then I'm going to have to make some adjustments. But as of right now, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. He's good for today. I will check with him after the game. I will check with him tomorrow morning, wait till he gets to the ballpark, and then if we have to make adjustments, we will.
Abby, third row in the middle aisle.
You have guys like Vientos who don't have any playoff experience who are kind of thriving in this spotlight, but then you also have some guys with a lot of playoff experience like Stanek, Maton, JD Martinez. How much does that playoff experience come into play as the postseason goes on?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge, especially when you got guys that are going through it for the first time. You mentioned Vientos, but we got a kid like Alvarez behind the plate, and some of the other guys that are going experiencing these type of games for the first time. But having guys like Lindor, JD, Maton, Stanek, that's huge. Especially when we talk about a pitching staff with guys that never had this type of experience. So just having conversations. How to prepare, how to control the emotions. There's a lot that goes behind the scenes that is impactful. It's powerful, especially when it's coming from your teammates and not a coach. That's what makes us a really good team too, because we got playoff experience from a lot of different guys there.
Take one more in English. Barry up in the front.
Hey, Carlos. So when you're with the Yankees, their history is always in your face. What's your reaction here to the Met history and what you're trying to do here, get to the World Series again, and maybe win it for the first time in almost 30 years?
Yeah, look, what we're experiencing right now, that's we're making history, and that's what we want. We want to create something here special that we're playing meaningful games this time of the year when it's getting cold again. And this is something that we are all embracing. I know it's been a while, and that's why you see so much excitement around the city and around baseball. Nobody expected us to be here, and here we are. And we will continue to do so. I just want the fan base to continue to enjoy it, continue to show up the support, which they will, because we're doing the same thing. And it's special, man, and you get this is a privilege that we get to play baseball here, and especially here in New York, here in October. So, again, we're facing a really good team, and we got to go out there and execute and get the job done.
I know you don't like to jump ahead, but do you allow yourself to think a little bit in the back of your mind about if you survive this, you could wind up playing the Yankees in the World Series?
I don't want to get too far ahead. That's a good team right there, you know. That's a really good team. So I don't even want to think about tomorrow. we got a game to play today, and then we'll go from there. So and they got to do the same. They got to advance. So look, it's great for baseball. It's great for the city of New York that the two teams are right now playing baseball and competing for the same goal. So.
All right, we'll do a few in Spanish. David, second row on the aisle.
Carlos, ¿qué tal? Obviamente conoces a Severino desde hace mucho tiempo. Entonces la pregunta es, ¿qué vieron ustedes de él que los motivaron a firmarlo? Y luego lo que vieron de él este año y cómo cumplió.
Sí, obviamente conozco a Severino desde que lo firmaron los Yankees cuando tenía 16 años. Siempre ha sido un gran competidor. Una de las cosas que nos gustó cuando se convirtió en agente libre, pues, es la calidad de los picheos. La velocidad siempre estaba. Era cuestión de pues si él estaba saludable o no. Y por eso, pues, cuando yo tenía las conversaciones con Davey, era algo que, una oportunidad que pues era difícil de dejarla pasar, especialmente si el pelotero estaba sano, que era el caso de Luis. Y a él le encanta la ciudad de Nueva York, le gustan estos momentos, y yo creo que por ahí se fueron la conversación, y gracias a Dios pues pudimos firmarlo, y darle gracias a Dios también que se mantuvo saludable y sigue saludable.
Could you do the second row on the right side?
Danilo Gómez de Tercera División. Carlos, después de haber estado 1-1 en la serie contra los Dodgers, venir aquí al Citi Field, ¿qué tan bien te sientes estando aquí enfrente de tu hinchada?
Sí, mira, es especial tener la oportunidad de estar aquí en casa, en Citi Field, jugando juegos importantes a mediados de octubre. Esto es lo que tú sueñas, es un privilegio. Sabemos lo intenso y lo mucho que la fanaticada pues está detrás del equipo y el apoyo que tenemos de ellos. Para nosotros de verdad que es un privilegio y significa mucho estar en estas instancias todavía aquí jugando juegos importantes y especialmente contra un gran equipo como los Dodgers de Los Ángeles. Para entonces, qué honor, de verdad que sí, y queremos seguir haciendo el trabajo para que la fanaticada siga viniendo aquí al parque y nos siga apoyando.
¿Cómo has sido capaz de transmitir al equipo el mensaje de pasar la página rápidamente y tener memoria corta para bien o para mal, teniendo en cuenta que, como tú lo has mencionado, es un día a la vez, un juego a la vez, y que no te puedes quedar pensando en una victoria y tampoco en una derrota?
Sí, yo creo que eso es algo que hemos hecho todo el año. Nosotros hemos tenido muchos obstáculos durante toda la temporada y hay que darle crédito a los peloteros, a los coaches, a toda la organización, porque no importa la adversidad, nosotros siempre buscamos la manera de mantenernos positivos, de mantenernos calmados, de mantener la mentalidad de un día a la vez, de enfocarnos en nuestra preparación, de enfocarnos en las cosas que nosotros podemos controlar, sin importar la bulla que hay fuera del equipo, ¿no? No es nada fácil hacerlo, pero lo hemos demostrado durante todo el año y es algo que, pues, una de las cualidades que nosotros tenemos como equipo. Tenemos grandes peloteros, tenemos grandes seres humanos y tenemos esa habilidad, pues, de tener esa memoria corta, entendiendo, pues, que siempre va a existir esa oportunidad, y es lo que hemos seguido demostrando. Sabemos que no es nada fácil ese equipo de los Dodgers y va a seguir siendo una serie bastante reñida, y nosotros vamos a seguir haciendo lo que nosotros sabemos hacer, que es prepararnos, competir y dejarlo todo en manos de Dios.
We'll take two last quick ones right in the front.
Carlos, hablabas de quizá la falta de experiencia que tiene Francisco en estas instancias, pero lo que se ha visto hasta ahora, él ha mostrado mucho crecimiento. ¿Puedes hablar de la progresión que ha hecho Francisco Álvarez esta temporada y cómo has visto su crecimiento?
Sí, era que orgulloso de él. Es increíble el trabajo que él ha hecho detrás del plato. Es una posición bastante difícil en esta época de béisbol donde hay tanta información y donde tú como receptor tienes que prepararte no solamente con tus lanzadores y cómo vas a atacar al equipo contrario, sino también cómo ellos te van a atacar a ti como bateador. Y es algo que, pues, Albi ha hecho increíble. Su liderazgo, sus habilidades de conducir a un cuerpo de lanzadores, su habilidad de reconocer la situación del juego y hacer ajustes, no solamente con lo que te está diciendo la información, sino lo que le dicen sus ojos, ha sido impresionante. Para esa edad que él tiene, primera vez que está jugando en esta época, en octubre, y de verdad que un honor para mí poder tener la oportunidad de escribir su nombre en el line-up día a día, y mira qué futuro tiene, de verdad que orgulloso por Francisco.
Last one.
Carlos, cuando conversábamos en Sprint Training hablabas y también lo comentaste antes de llegar acá con la serie dividida ante los Phillies, la oportunidad que tenían de hacer algo bonito, ¿no? De hacer historia, y ahora se presenta nuevamente para ti. Hablabas de Francisco Álvarez en su primera postemporada, también es la primera tuya como manager y podría ser el segundo manager venezolano en llegar a la Serie Mundial. ¿Cómo te sientes? ¿Cómo lo visualizas? ¿Cómo lo manejas este momento que pudiese ser histórico no solamente para la franquicia, sino también para ti como manager?
Sí, mira, de verdad que es un honor, de verdad es un privilegio y es algo que asumo con mucha humildad el día a día, pues es un lujo, de verdad que sí, tener la oportunidad de venir aquí en estas instancias y como tú lo dices, pues como venezolano, como latino, ponerme el uniforme de Grandes Ligas por una organización como la de los Mets de Nueva York es un privilegio, pero es algo que no quiero pensar en el más allá, siempre me sigo enfocando en el día a día. No es una serie nada fácil, tenemos algún equipo bastante bueno y cualquier cosa puede pasar. De llegar a pasar y llegar a una serie mundial, pues qué honor sería, especialmente seguir los pasos de un hombre como Osvaldo Guillén, quien tuvo la capacidad de no solamente llegar, sino ganarla también. Un mismo Alex Cora, otro latino que llegó en su primer año y ganó la serie mundial. Y de que mi nombre pueda estar, de verdad que es un honor, dándole las gracias a Dios, pero quiero seguir enfocado en el día a día y no quiero adelantarme.
Y rápidamente hablabas de Francisco Álvarez y cómo usa la información, toda la información que tiene y también lo que ves. Tú como manager también hablabas de la información que tienen a la hora de tomar decisiones y qué tanto balanceas eso con lo que ves de qué va sucediendo en el terreno.
Sí, eso es parte del juego hoy en día. Todos tenemos información, todos los equipos usan mucha información, pero al final del día pues es un juego que son seres humanos que están ahí en el terreno de juego y eso es donde tú tienes que usar tus ojos, donde tú tienes que tener la experiencia y a veces usar tus instintos también. No es solamente la información, sino lo que el juego te va diciendo, que tú tienes que tener la capacidad de hacer ajustes. Pues, uso mis coaches, le hago muchas preguntas a ellos y al final del día pues yo soy el que tengo que tomar la decisión. A veces van a salir bien, a veces no van a salir bien, pero eso es parte de lo que hace este juego un juego tan bonito.
Thanks, Carlos. We'll see you post-game. Jose Quintana will be in momentarily. All right, we'll get started right away with Jose. First question for Jose. Start with Dave, third row on the right.
Jose, Carlos was just saying a number of times, and I know it's not a secret, that you, Luis, and Sean have, went pretty hard during the regular season. A lot of length, a lot of innings pitched, and was wondering, he has to be mindful of that when you guys are pitching now. How do you guys feel, with so many innings this year after not really doing that quite a bit?
I feel great. I think we've been doing a really good job. All regular season we made a couple adjustments, and this is the perfect time when you want to play baseball. It's wherever you did all season, if you throw too many innings or not. I think it's right now you feel like the most energy you can be. As soon as you go every single game to the ballpark, you see your crowd. That's amazing. So I don't feel my innings right now in my arms. I'm just so excited for every single game and just want to win.
Benaya said something interesting after his start was that he felt like he hit the wall fast when he hit those two walks to start that inning. Do you have to be kind of mindful of that? Because I would think it'd be more draining just because of the environment and the adrenaline and stuff this time of year.
Yeah, for sure. I think you're going to feel all the energy around you. That was the good point we talked early in the postseason when we faced the Brewers, and we don't need to change anything. You want to get like a run of energy around you, so just play your game. The more simple you can do, because the energy will be there, so every single pitch matter, and sometimes we try to do too much, and it's when everything go faster. But about energy, I don't think we need to worry about that. We'll be right there.
Go to Jesse, about 4 or 5 rows back on the left.
Hey, Q. your sort of career journey to end up where you are doing what you're doing, has anything recently surprised you, even this season? Have you surprised yourself at how effective you've been?
Really surprised when I get my 100 wins, and the reason is because that's a lot. I've been long stretch to get that number, and everything I've been doing matters a lot for me and my family and all the people support me during my career. But everything all the time, I'm really glad they give me this opportunity to come back the postseason. So surprise, yeah. Sometimes you feel like, man, I did this and stay humble, but at the same time, I want more. So this series, we're really close, and this series means a lot for us.
Let's go to Jared, second row on the right.
During this great run you've been on, you've really done a great job at sort of getting batters to swing at pitches out of the strike zone, get them to expand. What is it about your pitches, do you think, allows you to do that and convinces batters to swing maybe at pitches they shouldn't?
Well, that's a great adjustments I did during the season. When for a little bit I've been struggling and watch videos and try to catch my best mechanic and repeat consistently. So I think send tunnel and be throwing the ball, give me the chance to get that swing and miss, and throw the ball in and out the zone, depend what way I want to do at that time. But for sure, it's really good to get that kind of swing and miss every time. And that's my mind every time. If I don't get it, I want the weak contact. And every single pitch, that's what I'm thinking.
Go to Peter, 4 rows back on the right.
Jose, Ohtani didn't play the first time you faced the Dodgers this year. Just, I guess, what are the challenges that he presents, and how much are you looking forward to facing him?
Oh, good. Yeah, will be a good challenge. We're facing one of the best hitters in the baseball, and with a lot of power. And I think every single hitter in that team is really good. I think they've been there for a reason. But facing Ohtani is gonna be really good. I want to get that matchup, and it's a good challenge for me.
Come to Barry in the front.
Hey, Jose, how are you?
Good. How are you?
So can you tell me about this, if you can remember it, it's back so far, but this May 29th team meeting you guys had when you were at your kind of lowest point. I think you were 22 and 33, and then you went off and played 600 ball for the rest of the season. What was that like, and why did the season turn around after that meeting?
Great. Yeah, I remember that meeting like yesterday, and it was really good. At that point, we sucked. I think we did really bad, and we talk naked, and we say everything we think to say to get better. And I remember we say a lot. We need to prove it. We need to prove it. We need to go out there and do better. And get your face in front of the mirror and think what need to do to get better and work hard to do that. So I think that meeting turned for us in a really good way. And after that, we click. I think that's the point we always looking for during the season. Before that, sometimes we pitch well in the offense. Sometimes we get the offense, we can pitch. But after that, we make a really good click. I think that meeting was the best we can do.
Was it a meeting where everybody went around the room and had something to say?
Sorry, Kim.
Was it that meeting where everybody went around the room and had something to say?
Yeah. A lot of people, almost all players talk, and like I say, everybody talk from you heard, and giving to everybody support and try to support each other and go out there to do the best. But we know everything going to start from preparation before we go out there, and that was the key. That was the key at that time. So I'm really glad we make that turn. Thank you.
We'll take one more in English. Shy, 4 rows back on the left.
Jose, when you're in a playoff series, how does your pregame preparation, your game planning change? Do you pay attention more to the at-bats you see in the games beforehand and less on the in-season scouting reports? Do you just change what you're paying attention to when you're developing your game plan?
I mean, nothing changed for me. For me, it's the same game. I never changed my routine. Really superstition and that. So, but yeah, for sure, I watch how every hitter come at that time, what they've been doing, and if I face it the previous bat I get from each hitter. But yeah, nothing changed. I always try to stay in my plan and just go out there, get fun, and do the best.
We have time for 1 or 2 in Spanish. If we could start with David in second row.
José, ¿qué tal? Tienes más de 16 innings en postemporada sin permitir carreras. Obviamente vienes lanzando bien, pero ¿hay algo extra en postemporada que te has acomodado a eso? ¿O cómo es esa mentalidad en postemporada?
Sí, pienso que es una energía diferente. Pienso que lo que se vive en postemporada es algo por lo que se sueña durante todo el año. Creo que desde off-season, cuando estás preparándote, el sprint training, siempre piensas con tener esta oportunidad en octubre. Y la energía que se vive es otra. De verdad que me siento muy bien con haber llegado a tener esa cantidad de innings, pero te soy honesto, quiero más, quiero seguir haciendo las cosas bien y espero tener la oportunidad de seguir tirando innings en blanco y dar la oportunidad al equipo de ganar.
We'll do up here in the right, in front row.
¿Cómo has logrado manejar la presión ante este importante momento del que estás viviendo? Porque por supuesto no es fácil salir allí. ¿Cómo manejas esa presión y cómo te mantienes también un día a la vez, juego a la vez?
La manera que me enfoco en esto es llevando un momento a la vez, un inning a la vez, en distancias lo más corta posible. En postemporada yo pienso que esa debe ser la mentalidad porque todo cambia en cualquier momento y pues a veces tú no sabes cuál es el plan que tenga el equipo. Pero desde que salgo del terreno pienso en enfocarme en un bateador a la vez, un lanzamiento a la vez, hacerlo lo más corto y preciso posible y eso me da el chance de después mirar el scoreboard y ver dónde estoy y pues seguir luchando. Pero ese ha sido mi enfoque. La verdad tengo memoria bastante corta y creo que eso me ha ayudado a dejar lo que haya hecho atrás y seguir persiguiendo triunfo.
We'll take one last one in the front on the left.
José, por acá. Y ayer Severino decía que él se iba a fijar en lo que hizo Yu Darvish contra esta ofensiva de los Dodgers. ¿Te vas a fijar tú en lo que hizo Sean Manaea? ¿Qué puedes tomar de cómo trabajaron ese día y qué va a ser diferente para ti en esa preparación para enfrentar a los Dodgers?
Sí, yo creo que los videos te ayudan mucho a tener una idea de dónde están los bateadores, los pitchers que son más comparables conmigo. Y pues sí, trato de ver qué le funciona a Sean, lo hablamos de hecho. Y también los zurdos de la división, las veces que Suárez de Filadelfia, que somos parecidos, o otros zurdos que se enfrentan a los Dodgers, cómo le han pichado, junto con los enfrentamientos que he tenido con ellos cada uno a la vez. Entonces trato de tener una mejor idea, tanto con la parte analítica como con la parte visual, y eso me da pues una mejor oportunidad de hacer mi plan.
All right, thanks, Jose. We'll see you tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
Just as a reminder, Dave Roberts will be in at 5:15, Yoshinobu Yamamoto at 5:45, Darryl Strawberry, Dwight Gooden will be in here